Hi, I'm Michael. I'm the Improv GM, and let's talk about secrets in role-playing game. A lot of players like to have that thing that they're hiding from everybody else. They've got written on their character sheet, and every once in a while they got to take the GM and go off into another room and have their own little session. Here's why I don't like that. Here's why I think outside of games like Paranoia, and in Paranoia, do this because it works for exactly the reasons I don't like it in other games. What it does, it means you're having your own little game apart from everybody else. Everyone else is sitting there in the other room, bored and waiting for you to come back. And what's worse is there's a tendency for them to get curious. Suddenly, every single person there turns into Sherlock Holmes trying to figure out what you've been up to all the time. Think of how often in your own life you have decided that you just don't feel like going out tonight. Stuff is not hitting you right. You're just tired. You've got stuff to do in the morning. You're like, hey guys, tonight I'm going to head home. It happens all the time. But the only time that happens in a role playing game generally is when something else is going on. Because usually, why wouldn't the player be there? The player should be there because otherwise he's not involved in the game. So suddenly, Joe next to you is like, all right, I put a tracking beacon on him and I'm going to follow him to his house and figure out like all these different things because they want to know what's happening in your special little game. The other reason this is a problem, the reveal itself, which you've been working on and you've had all these little things set up to go, and finally it happens, hasn't had a build up for the other characters. The other players have been, you've gone to the next room and they probably either don't care or they've been trying to figure out other ways to figure out what's going on. Or they're doing a pretty good job of kicking OOC and ICE knowledge and letting it happen, but they've been bored. There hasn't been this suspenseful buildup that there has been for you when all of this is going on while you have your little private time. And the idea that you probably have is probably not as interesting as you think it is. When it comes to reveals in fiction, the author is able to write it, have other people read it, and say, hey, did this work? And they're able to come back and go, no, that was a shitty reveal. And if you're unclear about this, look at any reveal that happens when the internet gets involved. With Westworld, they were pulling up things that happened at the end of that series way early in it. Because you have people that will nitpick things to death because it's a television show and they're online and that's what they're doing with their day. So in retrospect, they probably wish they'd gone back and made some other changes because the reveal was really cool, but they built it up in ways we would have seen it happen over that entire time in the show. You can't take back what happened in the last session. Even if you go, yeah, that thing didn't happen, it did. It's kind of like when a lawyer in court decides to tell someone, so this shitbag weasel decided to screw these old people out of, and the objection, but it's still in their head. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if that's how law really works, but I watch movies and TV shows, and that's a popular thing to do. So without the build-up, that reveal becomes less interesting because it's only happening for you. What I've discovered, generally speaking, is the rest of your players are only too happy to help you come up with that secret. They will help you keep it. They're not necessarily going to act out of character. They're not going to do weird things that don't make any sense. But a lot of good players are going to enjoy the fact that this will eventually happen and there'll be this big surprise. Let your players help you keep the secret. Let that part of the game be something everyone can enjoy and be a part of, even if their characters aren't there. If I'm sitting across from you and I'm another player and you have this super secret plan and I know what you're working, I get excited about the outcome. If you go into the next room, I think you're a dick who's wasting everybody's time for probably no reason. Unless it's paranoia, in which case, as soon as you go in the next room, I start scheming with people around me. And then if you're a good GM in paranoia, you're going to ask people in that next room, and you're going to be like, hey, how's your day? Cool. When you come in, just look over at Tom and scribble a few things down and like try not to smile while you do it. But that's the nature of paranoia. Any other game, it is my firm belief that that reveal is not going to be good. It is not going to be as exciting as it is when it happens in like a book or a movie or a TV show, simply because you're the only one that's been able to see the build. Ask your players to help you. Have something cool and exciting happen that when it does finally burst, they've been waiting for it and they're excited to see its fruition too. Otherwise, you're wasting my time. And you're not cute enough to waste my time, probably. And if you are, I'm probably not cute enough for you to care that you're wasting my time. So, see where that leaves us? If you like it, go ahead, hit subscribe down below. I will try to put that. I will try to put up some every week. School started, so I've been a little crazy busy. And last week, when I tried to record and recorded two of them, the sound was so off that it was practically unusable. So I decided to go ahead and do it again, unless I wanted to seem like a badly dubbed film.